Hey YouTube, this is Amanda. Today is November 14th, 2013. I am popping by with just a quick update. I'm having vertical sleeve gastrectomy surgery, VSG weight loss surgery in the Dallas Metroplex. My surgery date will be December 3rd. I start my pre-op diet November 19th, so in just a few days. And today I had my pre-op appointment with my nutritionist and the surgical nurse to just kind of go over I guess the pre-op diet and to go over the kind of the surgery hospital experience. So it's all beginning to feel very real now. I saw somebody make a comment at one point that this process is much like nesting. They are nesting for their new sleeve, and I think I relate to that. I mentioned in my last video that I'm a mom to 6 kiddos, and so I understand nesting and I understand preparing for those things, and so it does feel very much like that to me. So today I've been nesting for my new sleeve, and the process of going to kind of the pre-op stuff, you know, just makes it feel so strangely real. And I got my letter from the insurance company verifying the approval. So just feeling a little bit mind blown today. My numbers, my beginning weight was 267 pounds. My highest weight was about 13 years ago at 276 pounds. For the last probably 6 years, 5 to 6 years, I've hovered between about 255 to 270. The lowest that I've gotten in the last 15 years, I dropped down to about 209 after we lost a child in 2007. So, of course, I quickly regained that once I began eating again. You know, I stay in this range. So, and my height, I used to be 5'10" until some weight-bearing kind of bone injuries to my feet and knees have shrunken me, and now I this year am 5'7". So my BMI has been a little bit over 40. I think it was 41 and change at my initial surgical consult, and has remained over 40. Today at my weigh-in, I was 260 pounds. And again, not on pre-op diet yet. Was kind of encouraged to not lose a lot of weight just because my nutritionist wasn't quite sure what my insurance would do if I dropped into the 39.9 area. And because I kind of have this big natural swing, that was a concern. So I just kind of lingered here. Now that I have my approval, I'm allowed to lose weight. So I lost 2 pounds this week, and then now that I have this pre-op diet, it's not an all liquid diet, and I think that I will try to implement a little bit of that a few days early, just so that I could maximize this time. There again, I feel like a little part of me would like to have some food funerals. So I am not with much, but I don't eat pasta a lot because I have a gluten thing anyway, and so, but I think that maybe I would like to have a big bowl of pasta before I do this. So I'm kind of going back and forth on that. I have not had any pasta, and I'm not sure if I want to do that for the other reasons that it makes me feel uncomfortable. So I'm just trying to decide, will that be a regret? Like right now I wouldn't rush out and have one, but I wonder down the line if that would be a regret that I didn't do that when I could have a big bowl of pasta with artichokes and red peppers. And so I don't know what I'll do with that. I'll update you, I guess, later about whether or not I decided to have a big bowl of pasta. So just wanted to pop on here and just keep track of kind of the progress that I have. You know, again, just a 2-pound loss this week. Not a lot. Not doing a lot to make that happen. But kind of just reading through boards and watching videos. You know, was watching less of Sarah this week, who I just love her videos, and I think she's super. And one of the things that she was talking about her cruise, and one of the things that made me kind of think about was, you know, I just watched her video series that she did with her husband Will, and lots of questions that people had submitted for them. And but in her recent video, when she was talking about her cruise, she talked about that she kind of had a day of mourning on about day 3, where she felt the sadness of not being able to kind of do what she had done previously with food, and just sort of, I think she said, like, sleep in, have a late breakfast, and then eat a late dinner, and eat a little here and have a snack there, and just kind of that there was a lot of food involvement on their previous cruise experiences. And so the question that I asked her, and I know she will address it later for her specific circumstance, was what did Will think about that? Like, I know that she had a period of mourning, but one of the concerns that I have about my surgery is that, you know, because I am personally feeling the chronic kind of pains of being obese the whole of my life, I am prepared for surgery. I think as prepared as I'm going to be. I have no concept of what being a thinner person looks like. I watch a lot of Leah's VSG journey videos because I feel like I can relate to where she was. Like, we're close to have a similar starting range, and she just looks fantastic now. So I try to watch her to kind of then imagine myself in a year and what that might look like, because I have no high school weight to look back to. I'm at my high school weight. I'm at the weight that I got married at. In fact, I'm a little bit lighter. I'm at the weight that I had my first, second, third, fourth child at. You know, I don't have anything to look back to, so I'm trying to look ahead and imagine what that looks like by watching these videos. And she's one in particular. We started around the same weight, and so I can look at her and then think about me, and so it gives me some encouragement. But one of the things that I recognized at a nutrition class a few weeks ago, a couple months ago, we were talking about our sort of emotional relationship to food, and we were talking about our triggers, and, you know, what is sort of a circumstance that we find ourselves eating a lot, you know, who are our eating buddies, and just trying to, you know, identify relationships that might change because of the fact that we now will not be able to eat quite as much. And I was racking my brain trying to think. There are not really any friends that, you know, we just go out and eat all the time. That's all we do. I mean, I do go out and eat with friends, but I do all kinds of things with my friends. And, you know, all of the sort of parties and things that we do, there is always food, but it's never really like we are just there to eat. Like, there's never really any food pushing. But it occurred to me at that point that what I do with my husband is we go out and eat. You know, we will, you know, every date night, where we're going to eat, what are we going to eat, how much we're going to eat, what are we going to do, what, you know, and it's, or vacations, where can, you know, we'll go to, you know, we'll take a trip, and we, in addition to planning out our excursions, we'll plan out our meals. You know, we'll go to Disney World, and before we're even there, we have dinner reservations everywhere we go. And, you know, it occurred to me that in that, sort of the nutritionist helped me identify that I am his eating buddy. He is my eating buddy, but more sort of that is, I am his eating buddy. And so I wanted to know kind of from Sarah, and I know she will address it, but I'm just trying to think ahead for myself. How did that affect that relationship? You know, where you and your spouse, that's what you do together. And so for me, you know, I'll have to readdress later, but at this point I have a concern, and I am worried about conflict that will come when I can't eat very much. And though I've mentioned that now, and there's the promise that, you know, it'll be okay, and we'll just share a plate, you know, I am worried about that sense of sadness for my husband as he loses his eating buddy. So I'm looking for that now, kind of on these videos, and if you've experienced that, I'd love to know kind of how that was remedied in your relationship with your spouse when you were the eating buddy and you got the sleeve, and what you guys did. So that's where I'm at, pensive, thinking, feeling very contemplative, you know, and hopeful that, you know, that my husband and I, you know, we're solid, but I'm just worried about what are we going to do now, because you know, he still has a weight issue. He's not doesn't love doctors, is not looking at the sleeve, and he's not really experiencing kind of chronic things yet from his weight. So right now it's just going to be me eating less, and I'm wondering what that will look like. So anyway, have a good day, and I'll follow up in the future as I know kind of what that is. Thanks so much. Bye.